Hello. In this video we're going to review the comparison tools that are built into the Flosum solution. We give you many different ways to look at your code across different sandboxes, different orgs, etc. So I can go in and I can look at my dev2 sandbox, and I can go in and look at my production org, and it will come back and it will show me the differences between the two. So this is production, this is my sandbox, and you can see that it found 69 component differences between the two orgs. The yellow shows components that are in both the sandbox and the production org but are different, and the red are things that are in my sandbox that have not yet been deployed. If I want to review these things, I can go in, for example, I can look at this particular trigger. I can view the detail. So in this case, you can see that I have a lot of code in my production org and only a comment in my sandbox. So this is telling me I need to get these changes back down to my sandbox before I start my development. Otherwise, I could have a very messy conflict resolution situation going forward. I can go in and look at any of these components. I can look at these particular things that have not yet been deployed. And any of these objects I find, if I want to, I can deploy somewhere. So for example, if these need to be deployed, I can very easily add them to that deployment and push them out to a test org for review or anything that I may need to look at. So again, we have 4 pages of changes here. You'll see the differences between the two. A lot of them are missing from my production org, and a lot are different. So very, very easy way to see all of these differences in a single interface. Now, we do give you ability to look at profiles in here to see differences. Now, we know profiles are very large and typically have a lot of changes. In this case, I have 288 differences. So you'll see that same review tool you've seen throughout the solution. You can use this to navigate between the changes. You'd want to do that here because profiles are rather large. But this isn't a very user-friendly way to see the differences. It's the XML basically cleaned up. And, you know, if you're highly technical, you can figure out what it is, but it doesn't really make it easy to see the differences. So what we've done for this particular use case is we've taken this functionality and greatly enhanced it for profiles and permission sets. So what you would do is you would select what profiles you want from whatever orgs you want. So you can compare any two profiles from any two orgs, or the same profile in different orgs, or different profiles in the same org for consolidation purposes. However you want to look at these, we allow you to do that to make it very easy to see differences. So in this case, I'm looking at my sandbox to see if I can combine my admin profile and my Flosum profile, because I need to do some cleanup. I have too many profiles in there. So we allow you to see only the differences. And then, as I said, we take that underlying code, we clean it up, we'll break it down into small sections and make it easy to see what these changes are, and we display it to you in a very easy to review format. So in this case, in my field permissions, you can see the differences, how they are between my admin and my Flosum profile. But if I go to the properties, the first thing I see is I have a different Salesforce license type. So this would not be a good candidate for my consolidation. But I still can go through and I can review all the different things in here. So I have object permissions. You can see differences. If I click on layout assignments, you can see they're no different. So nothing shows up here unless I uncheck this. Then it'll show up white. And I can go through and look at everything in here and see all my differences. So a very powerful way, an easy way to see differences between your profiles in different organizations, or again in this case, differences between two different profiles. We do the same thing with permission sets. We allow you to select any two permission sets, do the same type of comparison. It will show you these sections based on what the permission sets are, and you'll be able to see the differences down below. Thank you.